Well, we'll first talk about the research questions, and the research questions are a very important, a very integral part of a quantitative research. There's need to be a balance, of course, between interesting questions and being sufficiently narrow for them to be answered correctly. We can't use general questions. We have to investigate about that general question to make a specific one. We also have to check the feasibility. It's basically whether or not the researchers are going to be able to obtain the data to answer that specific question. Well, the research hypotheses are used to express what the researchers thinks that will be the result. These are based on the observations or what the literature suggests that it's the correct thing. There are two types, the research one and the null ones. And this second type is a neutral statement that is used as a basis. It says that there's no relationship between the items that are being investigated. We have two main variable types. It's an independent one and the dependent one. As variables, we said that are features or qualities that can change. The independent one are the ones that we think will cause the results, and the dependent one will be the result. We also have moderator variables and are a characteristic of individuals of treatment that may have interaction between the independent one and the dependent one, but they're not the main focus, but they can modify that relationship between those two.
Moderator variables, characteristic of individuals of treatment variables that may have interaction between individual variables. This may not be the main focus, but may modify the relationship between the individual variables and dependent variables. Intervening variables, there's a similar to the moderators ones, but they aren't including the original because there's no possibility of their effect. Control variable. The control variable types needs to be balanced by having unequal numbers of participants. In general, in case it is a comparative one, another way to control it is to eliminate the variable directly, completely in women or only men is operations. This is to measure the variables directly. Once a variable becomes operationalized, is the possible to measure it. In case a Woodrow research question usually formulated at the beginning of the research project, it may reflect only a portion of the result. There are yes questions, hypotheses that answer very simply, and W questions, and allow the researcher to get a more default answers.